to talk about. Of course, this is not Hanno. This is JPT helping out Hanno as he joins the stream later, hopefully. But yes, we're just going to jump right into this. And what an episode of Monday Night Raw. It has just been on a great streak. I'm excited for what they have in store for the upcoming weeks. We'll see what's going on. Starting off the episode with I didn't make a statement because, again, if you're familiar, it's Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Not an official match, just fighting, just having a scrap on the outside. It just turned into chaos, ending with Lashley just sending Brock through the barricades with a spear. And why I say that this is probably a statement is because we've seen this match 100,000 times under Vince, but I think we'll be in for a shock when they have a match soon enough, but it will be different. It will not be the typical Big Hoss match as we always see with Vince, with Brock always winning, unless they have some big plans for Bobby, but it's going to be something good. Let's see here. So, and then getting on, it was Alpha Academy, so Otis and Chad Gable versus the return OC, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. Good, good match, entertaining match. I think this is a big appreciation for Otis, being how he went from the fat, lovable goof to Magic Word with Gable. Sucks seeing that he was from a Heavy Machinery, and him and Tucker. Of course, Tucker was going to be the one to be fired out of the two. He just has too much charisma. But anyways, big man match versus Gallows and Otis, which then went to a more agile match with Anderson and Gable. I think the match kind of went the way people expected with, was it the OC coming out with the win, hitting the Magic Killer on, I believe it was Gable. 1, 2, 3. AJ comes out and then celebrates with his boys. Of course, this was also just a transition to the next segment, which was Judgment Day coming out and having a match set up for, the Crown Jewel. Of course, Finn references that he founded the club, being Bullet Club back in Japan, and then going to, AJ talking crap about Dominic, how he treated his dad, and then challenges Dominic to a match for later that night, which was not accepted by him, but Rhea does it on his behalf. Dominic does not like the confidence, but anyways, match is made. Upcoming match for Crown Jewel is made. On to the next thing. Seth Rollins, U.S. champion, comes out to give Riddle his first match of his title defense, saying that he lost it on purpose. Was it on Extreme Rules? Just so he can have it to win it on Raw. Don't know how that makes sense, but it's Seth Rollins. Who cares? But if you remember, Mustafa Ali spoke with Bobby Lashley, the former U.S. champion, about him getting a title shot as long as he kept it after the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. He did not, but Ali still wants his title shot. Seth denies his title shot, says he doesn't belong. Even to get a title shot, he wants to give that shot to Riddle. But going to attacking Mustafa, goes to the back, which then sets up a segment for later tonight, but upcoming next was the continuing rivalry of Bianca and Kansas versus Damage Control, and then Bayley on commentary. I don't know why they keep spelling Damage Control as Damage Control, but I guess, hey, it's on the keyboard. Why not? Screw it. Let's see what else happened next on this match. So as Bayley's on commentary watching her tag team versus Candice LeRae and Bianca Belair. Started off with Io Sky and Bianca with an early tag to their teammates. So pretty much Kai and LeRae. So match goes on. Bailey was about to get involved to help damage control, but got speared on to the announce table by Bianca. But this set up the distraction to help damage control get a win, and and then continuing the rivalry. Still, I don't know how long this is gonna go for. I'm not mad at it. Just I think by now there should be some resolution to this whole feud. I don't know if they're gonna have something for Crown Jewel. We know how matches in their best time right now. So maybe for Royal Rumble, let's hope for Survivor Series, I should say. But then after the win celebration from Damage Control, backstage segment with Riddle promises Mustafa Ali that if he wins the U.S. title, he's guaranteed to be the first title defense match. This goes on until you see Judgment Day in the back and gets surprised by Cora Jade. I don't know if this is her debut on the main roster, but she goes and asks Rhea to help beat up Roxanne Perez on NXT tonight, and agrees. So this is a way for them to promote NXT. Tune in tonight. Just so happens that this week is also going to be the AEW Dynamite episode on Tuesday instead of their traditional Wednesday. Yes, Hanno. Raw was good. Yeah, Raw was good. It was a good episode. It's made me want to rewatch Raw again. I would refuse to watch it when it was under Vince McMahon, but Triple H, it just seems like it's a nonstop set of returns and gimmick changes. Let's see here. We might get that. We might get that at Crown Jewel. I won't be surprised. And you know what? They should do the fight pit. I think that would be more suitable. Two former MMA fighters, one being arguably one of the best UFC fighters of all time. And fight pit would be better, but we'll see. We'll see. You can't go wrong with either one. Steel Cage, Hell in a Cell. The fight pit just looked like great when it was Riddle and Seth Rollins. We'll see what happens what they do with this. I think that was probably just a way to test it out before they make any adjustments. Anyways, this goes on to what, as Rhea was talking to Cora, Judgment Day, we're going to go to the ring. Or actually, it was just a way to introduce a returning JBL. John Bradshaw Layfield is back. He coming back as a heel, making fun of Oklahoma, saying that Dominic was right with what he did to his dad, and that he's here to help Corbin. I still call him Baron Corbin. It's weird to call him Happy Corbin and not call him Constable Corbin. I don't know what other type of Corbin he can be. I'm just gonna call him Corbin, I guess. But this was a good way to explain the trade instead of the irrational, erratic shakeups that Vince was a fan of. This helped explain why Ray went to SmackDown and why Baron Corbin is at Raw. And now looks like JBL is going to take him under his wing. And of course, this was not a bad match, but really predictable. That's being that JBL announced that he's going to be managing Corbin, and he has a first match versus Dolph Ziggler. There was no way that he would chance. And then, so yes, and of course, the match ends with Corbin countering the super kick into an end of days. 1, 2, 3, over. It was done. And then next segment, goes to what's the Miz segment. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. So not a bad match from Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Good match overall. You can't go wrong with Dolph being the workhorse. But yes, now it goes into the Miz backstage segment with Byron Saxton saying that Miz is faking an injury because he doesn't want to miss. And Miz jumped up and stood up on his injured leg before. Yeah, and so this proves this is why I love the Miz and Dexter. This is a good comedy act, but yes, he gets off from and stands perfectly fine on his bad leg or his bad knee, and saying that his superior DNA allowed his knee to heal at a Superman speed, and I think this is perfect. Now he's stuck with having this match. Let me see here. So every time, because now I see this and now I just can't. It's I'm always just thinking about it's speed and God. Anyone knows me, not the biggest fan. Roman Reigns is the best. Yes, he took over, but yes, he's finally now that guy. Now with his stamina, he knows what to do, how to go about it. Even without Vince, his daddy, to help him out. Now he's just over. So he left at a good time. But we'll see how that bloodline storyline is going to go. And I'm excited because now I can see how this is going to affect Sammy's career and then all the rest of Solo, and the Usos are already going to be good as it is. To give the attention to the guys who were in the mid card who were not supposed to be in the mid card. Like, they should have been better. But then to get a recap of Bray Wyatt's promo, which so happy that he's back, and strange promo. It was just I don't even think it was a promo. It was just him just speaking. You know, he was shooting from the hip, but might have been scripted. Might have been the whole plot. It's good to hear him out, especially in New Orleans where he was supposed to have his big WrestleMania moment versus John Cena, where they've referenced it in the Firefly Funhouse match, which I hope they bring back. If not, it's okay. And then you get so after the recap of his promo, which I highly encourage anyone to check out. AJ Styles and the OC are backstage, and Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes approaches them, and then for help against Joe Gacy and the Dyad on NXT. The OC accepts his offer. Tune in to NXT tomorrow, or tonight, I should say. This is they're really trying to push this to help stop the views for AEW, which regardless I don't think they need, but I can think this is just to help them with promotion, knowing that AEW cannot host on Wednesday as they like due to I think baseball playoffs, or it could be basketball, who knows. And I'm excited because this could be a way for Joe Gacy to come across and be part of Bray Wyatt's supposed new stable, the Wyatt Six. He's very heavily rumored to be part of this group, along with maybe a returning Eric Rowan or Eric Redbeard, if you want to be Indy Mark. Doesn't matter. Even when I saw him on AEW, I just say Eric Rowan. Eric Redbeard just seems too. But anyways, I have to do a watch along for NXT tonight. You know, a handout, you gotta give the people what they want. So you got to stay up late, man. You have to stay up late. Let's see here. And then going back to the match as promised, AJ Styles versus Dominic. Let's see. It wasn't a bad match. I mean, not the biggest fan of Dominic Mysterio. I know not because of, he got to where he is because of his dad, but just think that I think they kind of rushed it. I think they should have given him time at NXT and prove himself on his own, sort of how Solo did with at NXT. He stayed in the Indies for the longest time. Didn't even want to use the Uso name, and just kept with his integrity. Anyways, so they kicked it off, and AJ Styles took early control, I think, as many people expected. And then Styles went to the outside, and Rhea got the distraction, letting Dominic get a big tope suicida from the top. Well, actually, no. It was a he just died from the top. Still excited to see, goes into the Lucha Libre side of things. Dom gets in control and just gets the advantage on AJ. But of course, that doesn't last long enough. Then AJ gets back on control, sends Dominic to the barricades or over the barricades, and then cut to commercial break. And then you come back to Dominic getting hit by AJ. Big kick to the head. Rhea pushes AJ off the top rope. So it just seems that Dominic couldn't get in control unless Rhea was involved, which is good storytelling. That Dominic's not ready, that AJ's too much of a vet, but of course Dominic has to hit the Three Amigos suplexes. Word to Eddie. This could have been your supposed dad, Eddie, or Dominic. And then it goes to the OC versus Judgment Day, and as they get distracted, AJ uses this to take down Dominic. Rhea dragged AJ by the foot as he was getting back into the ring, which is Dominic the advantage. And surprisingly enough, gets the win. So yeah, Dominic in this team is going to be the one to get dirty wins, or he can't win on his own. So this could set up more fuel for the fire for their crown jewel match. Now, to the match that I was most looking forward to this night, Dexter Lumis was making his entrance for the upcoming match he has with The Miz. From behind as he was making his entrance, knocked him out. Yeah, so that's it. That was the whole thing. So they cut to backstage. Damage Control said they were going to target Bianca. Said that Asuka and Alexa were taken care of, so now it's just Bianca. Speaking of which, another return. 2 returns in the same night. Wow. So, with the explanation that Ezekiel's career came to a tragic end, whatever they meant by that, we get the returning Elias. Actually, if I gotta say Elias, I gotta do this right. The returning Elias. That's enough. And then, so yes, he explained that his brother's careers came to an end, and good to see Elias back. I think they just did this because, or why they didn't bring him back all this time, which, by the way, big up Nippon and the sports TV. And this, if you haven't already subscribed to Nippon's channel, great Chelsea creator. Always on the ball, always has content pumped out day in and day out on other people's channels. But back to the Here we go. So yeah, I think they brought him back after all this time, just so, but he was gone because he could let the beard grow out. Ezekiel's thing was that he was not the same guy just because he was clean shaven. To be honest, this was probably the dumbest thing that they did for Elias. I don't know why they would change his gimmick. But yeah, he's back now, and we had a little Cleveland stare down between Mike, the Johnny Wrestling Gargano, which, yes, please have this match soon. This will be a wrestling clinic. It will be beautiful to watch. Two workhorses, Cleveland natives. These guys should be going for like the IC title if I think Walter still has it, or Gunther still has it. But yeah, I would. This would be a great matchup to have. Let's see here. And before going to the next part, I think maybe the made people pop or have a best reaction was when Elias was interrupted by Riddle, and and uh, he was gonna start playing some bongos, and those he's not even coy or just be sneaky. He just straight up blunt with it and goes so into what I'm about to say. So as Elias was, about to play the keyboard, Riddle comes out with his bongos, and him being the pothead that he is, he said, "You want to hit my bongs?" And made the people go just pop. It was such a good moment. I wouldn't mind seeing these two as a team, even if it's just for like a week or two. Yes, please get them going with like their shtick. And then let's see. And then Seth Rollins comes out to have his match with Matt Riddle for the U.S. title. This match is never going to go wrong. Not once is it ever going to be anything else. Mm-mm. So Riddle got some moves early, but then Rollins, being the heel that he is, runs out of the ring, does it twice, and then he just comes back and being relentless to Riddle. They get into an outside fight where Elias got involved and hits a knee strike, taking I think he hits Riddle out, or no, he takes Rollins out, and then Rollins takes a floating bro, kicks out, and it looks like Riddle just hits him with everything. It hits him with the bro Derek, doesn't get the 3 count, had the triangle, and still nothing. He hits him with some slams, but what is it? Riddle does not let go of his hold. I think the match ends with, let's see here. So Riddle comes out and gets an assisted DDT from the ropes, and then the RK Bro. But Elias got in the ring, and at the last second, and Rollins countered the move. I'm gonna see how this happens. Let's see here. This is why I needed to watch the episode last night. Reading from like what happened does not have the same effect. This is what I get for falling asleep early. Riddle into Elias, and he got stomped for picking up the win. So Rollins retains his title shot. Mustafa doesn't get his title shot as promised. So what does that mean? Mustafa Ali attacks Rollins, and doing so saved Riddle from getting another curb stomp. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. They retreat, and Raw cuts off the air. just gonna do it for that episode. Not a bad episode for Raw. Great returns, uh, great moments. Sets up something for the future with the upcoming pay-per-view. Got a good trade instead of a shake-up, quote-unquote shake-up, where just people were just going left and right for no apparent reason. This now allows Ray to, for a reason, escape the Judgment Day issue with his son. And also, what is it? Corbin has something to work with, being with JBL and seeing how that's going to go. Don't have too much high hopes for it just because I think Baron Corbin just lacks that enthusiasm, that charisma. He's a great wrestler, but I'm sorry, sports entertainer. But ever since he changed from Baron Corbin to whatever, it's been the same. And yes, big up Chelsea fan. He wants a Hell in a Cell match too. I wouldn't go wrong with it. I just think we haven't seen him in a fight pit like we saw with Rollins and Riddle. I would not mind. It just looks like it's going to be different. We're not going to see the Brock with the German F5 done type of match. So I'm happy with this. And it was a good show. It was a really good show that makes you want to watch next week, makes you want to watch SmackDown. Honestly, ask Kano, I was more in favor for AEW because of Vince, and but with the drama going over there, and how Triple H is how he handles wrestling, that's the thing. WWE's straying away from being the sports entertainment side to being back to wrestling with sports entertainment, which I'm excited for. Which is why I was a big fan of NXT for the black and gold brands. And when it went to NXT 2.0 and it had Vince's fingerprints on it, I could not do it. I could not watch it. I mean, the first couple episodes, I remember them having poker. Not even poker matches. It was just random poker table in the middle of the ring. I didn't know what was going on. It just kind of killed the vibe for me. But now it's back to how it's supposed to be. New faces, with tonight having some returning faces, seeing AJ there and the club, seeing Rhea Ripley. Tune in tonight. Going to try to be an idiot and watch both that and NXT at the same time, just because there's some good matches on that show tonight as well. That's pretty much it. I was thinking that Hannah was going to jump on this on this to give his thoughts. What would I give Raw? It wasn't bad. It was really good. I would say probably a B minus. I was really looking forward to that Dexter Lumis Miz match. When it comes, which they're probably going to say for Crown Jewel again, I'm looking forward to it. Good to see Elias back. JBL, controversial figure. Whether or not you are on his side for it, just remember, if you can and handle. I guess you can look this up. It's not nothing explicit, but just every time now I think of JBL when they were showing promoting the WWE Network, how he got caught like looking up some not suitable for work content. And he had the tab open. He got caught like an old man does, sharing his screen trying to use Zoom. And yeah, however you feel about JBL, it is what it is. Seeing Mustafa coming back with a new edge, and seeing Elias back to his old gimmick, it was good. It was good. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna cover it up for Raw. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen tonight. What's gonna happen to SmackDown, and hopefully, Hannah and I can have a review for SmackDown. Well, that's gonna cut it. And before we end the stream, just make sure to hit like and subscribe to Coach's Corner. You know, This guy is a big fan of anything that's football, wrestling, boxing, cricket related. Go and support the young man. He's working his ass off to put on some good content. And for everyone, I'll just do my traditional sign off. For anyone who's in the chat, thank you for lending me your time and your ears. And I am JPT, aka not Hano, as it shows in the beginning. And my channel is the At a Time Podcast. I have not put out anything in a week. Some craziness just keeps going on in my life that I cannot escape. But anyways, hopefully to have something for the upcoming matches for Chelsea. And thank you again, Hano, for allowing me to help you out with the stream. It's always a pleasure, and goodbye.